Now, I used to be a socially inept man. I used to be a social abnormality, deformity. I used to be so bad at socializing with people that I would literally complain, why can't we have more deep talk? Why can't we have more deep conversations? And I used to complain about having small talk. Oh, why do we have this small talk? Why can't we just skip to the deep talk part? Why can't we just do that? We have to get this. Small talk leads to deep talk. In fact, I used to be such a social abnormality that I won the prize at my school, the end of year prize, when we're all leaving for college. I won the prize for being a person that had a double life. So a double life being like fucking Batman, for example. Batman, Bruce Wayne, and then another life is Batman. I won the prize for being a double life man. And my life at school daily consisted of basically just speaking a few words, 6 or 7 words a day, and maybe even a lot of days I just don't say anything at all. I can literally go through a day, or I used to be able to go through a day without needing to say a single word to anyone. I would just sit there and be silent. I wouldn't even talk to a teacher. I wouldn't even talk to a classmate. I used to be so insecure, but I used to hide that insecurity with a Sigma presence. I used to hide it with a serious, intelligent persona. But when reality hits, I'm actually a very, very insecure man, or at least I was. I was in fact so socially inept that I didn't have the basic socials. I looked at everyone and I see them doing handshakes, and they're all laughing, and they're all calling out their names to each other, and they're all like interacting happily. And I used to despise that. I used to despise the handshakes. I used to think it was shallow. I used to think it was a lower form of communication. And I was wrong. Because now, after a few good years of self-improvement and a recent change in my scenery to break out of my old mold. So my old mold was like, you're this quiet, intelligent guy that's really, really serious all of the time. You're a very, very judgmental guy. That's what people thought of me at the time. And now I'm in a new environment because I moved to college just recently, and now I get to unleash everything that I learned in self-improvement. Unleash every single thing, from books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, from motherfuckers online like Charisma on Command, body language analysis, and just studying people like Craig Ferguson, Russell Brand, and fucking Thomas Shelby. It's a Sigma male shit. That point is, I can now make a new mode, and I have been making a new mode of myself. And now I am a charismatic, sociable guy. And get this right, I'm still a introvert. Don't make this excuse that I used to make. I get where you're coming from. I'm an introvert. I don't want to talk to people. I'm better than them. You're the sum of the 5 people you hang around with every single day. I don't want to talk to a loser. I don't want to be influenced by this weed smoking guy. But you have to be friends with everyone, in a way. Being sociable with everyone and being charismatic with everyone. Flirting with the world. This is a saying from Charisma on Command. Whoever said it. Flirting with the world is essentially a concept amongst the highest charismatic people. The highest sociable people ever. Flirting with the world simply means being playful with absolutely everyone. Meaning grandma, disabled person, child, pretty woman, men. Just being playful. Not necessarily flirting, but just being playful with everyone. And there are many, many benefits that come to being sociable. One, you get to actually meet a lot more people. So if you had this same old mindset as me, I don't want to hang out with them, they're losers. If you had this old mindset that I had, you have to get the fact that being friends with everyone means you're going to meet more friends. And meeting more friends means more chances of getting a truly, truly strong and proud friend you are proud of. So what is the most basic way of communicating? What is the most basic way of kickstarting your journey to becoming an insanely charismatic and confident man? the best way to do this is through the 3 basics. The 3 basics are quite simply a smile on your face, and this has to be a genuine smile, right? If you can't do a genuine smile, it's fine to do a like that. It's fine to do that, but the best form of smiling and the most true smiling that can literally, if you show this type of smile to someone, you'll literally change their neurochemistry. You'll make them want to be more nice to you. And the way to do this is you have to either be extremely excited to see them, or you can use this as a cheat run. You can get something from your brain a long time ago, or maybe something recent that happened that made you really, really happy. And you just think of that as you're greeting someone, and then a real smile comes into your face, and then that person will associate the real smile with them, and you'll build that relationship with that specific person so much better. And the second basic is a handshake. Touching and just, there's a study on this, or a statistic on this. I'm not exactly sure what the statistic was, but essentially if you touch, you have some sort of hand-to-hand like touch and contact, or some like bro tap like this, it accelerates and builds the relationship so much faster as well. If you just offer a handshake, now I'll note that I used to not be a handshake type of guy. I used to be just literally, this is what I used to do. A guy would be all friendly towards me and greet me with my name and shit, and I would literally just do, yo. That's literally, I wouldn't even offer a handshake. And sometimes, even as much as I hate to say this, I would actually ignore the handshake. That's how rock bottom I was once. Now the third and final basic is a thing that isn't very common these days. Even if you spend a lot of time in social interactions, this is something you can incorporate. This is the gold of the three basics. And I got this from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And essentially it is to call out the person's name. This is every person's most favorite word in the entire world. If you were to compare their name to every single historical figure, Sun Tzu, Genghis Khan, fucking Martin Luther King, whatever, every extremely popular and notable figure of history, if you were to tell them those names, they wouldn't give a shit as much as if they heard their own name being called out. And that is the power of continuously saying their names. You have to read the book fully, like How to Win Friends and Influence People, to get this, but essentially their name is the most important aspect. You have to keep on saying their names. It will be awkward at first, right, to be like, oh, I mean that is what you did, their name. Just get into the habit of mentioning their names at the end of your sentences, and then that will slowly build a liking towards you. They'll begin to like you more because you keep on saying their name. And so without further ado, if you are interested in a lean, bulky, strong body, or at least you're interested in building one, or proving all of the motherfuckers at your school wrong, beating someone in a competition physically wise, then you may be interested in my program down below. It is a 28 days journey with me, and I personally coach you for 4 weeks comprehensively on how to get the best condition, the best physical condition of your life, or at least kickstart it, so that you have the evergreen advice for your entire life, and that you can reset every single bad habit that you have. Maybe it's your binge eating, maybe it's the simple fact of not being disciplined and not being able to go to the gym. Then I believe this program is for you. I take you hand to hand for 4 weeks, an hour call per week, and alongside that I will help you even further with daily accountability texting. You can text me whatever you want, and I will keep you accountable as well. Gym Live, you'll be able to call me when you're in the gym if you want me to fix something in real time for you. I also will make tailored videos for you about whatever you require, whether it's bench form, the way you grip something, how to get better muscle engagement. You can ask me for anything. You can ask me for a video to cover a specific small thing you want to fix. You also get a whole album of my progress pictures and a whole description behind each picture, what I felt at the time, what I ate at the time, why I was like this at the time, what my goal was at the time. From 45 kg looking literally anorexic to now 75 kg looking lean and bulky. All of this with a risk-free guarantee. If you want to cancel right after our discovery call, or literally cancel on their last call on the last day, if you feel that we've made no progress, I will give you your money 100% back. Now, I'll admit this program is fairly high ticket, high price, but it comes with a risk-free guarantee. So you'll be making an informed decision on whether or not to stick around. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, bro. In a bit.